dealing with small business owners is not all sunshine and rainbows and Skittles and unicorns. There are some pretty uncomfortable conversations. And, I have to have uncomfortable conversations with them sometimes. It's really unavoidable. And it's part of the deal. If you hire me, if you engage me, I always tell my client, you have to be prepared that I'm going to identify something that really needs to be addressed, and the thing is you. I had a friend who's a client, who became a client, tell me one time, because his dad was a consultant, and he goes, my dad, he uses the voice, I can't do his voice, he goes, my dad always says this, my dad says, no matter who hire you, no matter what problem you find, when you get to the bottom of it, the person who signed your check caused it all. So there's a certain amount of truth that, any company in crisis or anything that you're trying to deal with is the person who signed your check. Now, why and how can we have these uncomfortable conversations? It's because you have to develop the trust. You have to engage someone and talk about goals. If the owner understands their goals, if they can express their goals to me, or if I can work with them to define their goals, we can connect everything back to that goal. That's what we don't want to lose sight of. What is it we're trying to accomplish here? I'm trying to make it where I can retire. I'm trying to make it where I can grow, merge, do acquisitions, whatever the thing is, or just have fun again. Let's don't lose sight of the prize. If I'm going to have an uncomfortable conversation with them, I'm always going to remind them first about the goal. Here's why we're doing these things. We're making these changes and we're doing these things because we're trying to get to this point. I need to tell you right now that we have this issue. And this is an issue that you need to face and you need to address. I've got some recommendations for you, but I already know that all of the choices are things that you don't want to do. So let's talk this through. I can do examples for days because sometimes I feel like I have uncomfortable conversations every single week. And I think some of my clients will tell you they're the best and the worst things that we get to do. And when my prospects call my clients for a referral, they always warn them about the uncomfortable conversations. But they say so lovingly, and they say so because it helped me see this thing and helped me get this thing through. They say, Tom's going to be honest with you. And really, isn't that why you hired him in the first place? So let him be honest with you. And when you make a decision, he'll back you up, he'll support it. That's fantastic. It's gratifying for me to hear that that's what my clients say. But when you have to sit down and say, I love your daughter. I think she's a lovely person. But she doesn't understand her responsibility in being your receptionist and your personal assistant, and here are the problems that it's causing. If you think that we can work on this, I'm happy to work with her and bring her along and help her understand what her role is. But right now I'm dealing with somebody who has entitlement issues, and because she doesn't know that she's not supposed to. So all I need you to decide right now is, are we going to work to help make her successful, which means I've got to take her out from under your wing, or are we going to say, you really need to be doing something else, and I'm not going to just give you a job and give you a place to hang out. That's not a specific person, but that's a very typical conversation we have to have. So, our personal lives get in the way of our businesses, and that's probably most of the uncomfortable conversations. But there's lots of other things that owners can be in denial about. And, well, I think that's what you pay me to tell you.